Guys, welcome. So, it's a Wednesday evening. I've just been out for a great ride with my scooter buddies, Alan and Gaz. We had a great night. And back in the workshop now. Just want to show you this. This isn't a how-to maintenance video, but it is a how-to video, and it's a just to show you these new Pillion pegs that I've bought. They arrived today, ordered them online. The Royal Alloy website shows that they're out of stock all the time, so I went for these Scomadi ones. And as you know, Scomadis are exactly the same bike as the Royal Alloy, just different brand. So these are fold-out pegs. This part attaches to the frame underneath, okay, and this part folds out. So when that's fixed, they're going to be underneath like that. That fixes to the frame, and these fold outwards to 180 degrees from 90, right? So they're at 180, you fold them inwards 90 degrees, they're tucked under the floorboards. Okay, so that's the bit that you stand on, and that's going to be hidden away under the floorboard. And then you fold it out like that. So I'm going to try and reposition the camera under the scooter, and we'll see if we can get a little bit of video of where these things attach and how easy it is to fix them. All right, I'm going to move the camera. Okay, so I've got the bike on its centre stand. I've got the head torch there just underneath, which I'm going to put on my head, of course, in a minute, but you'll see here. So just under, or just above the actual side stand here, I'm on the left-hand side of the bike. You see we've got the frame there, like the chassis with 2 bolts. And on the other side of that, if I move this to this side, you'll see that we've got the, where is it there? The heads of the bolts there, them two, okay? So, on this side, these nuts, what appear to be nuts here, they're actually part of the frame, right? They're kind of welded onto the frame. So don't try and turn those like I tried to, okay? We're going to come to this side, and we're going to turn the actual heads there, okay? So I'm going to find a span. I'm going to flick the foam round, pop it underneath, and see if we can get this as I actually do it, okay? So where are we? There we are. It's these things here. Okay, here. There's one there. There's one just hiding here. Okay. So let's have a look. Let's see if we can find a spanner that fits. So trying the Royal Alloy spanners on here. Too big. Too big. Too small. Too small. Okay, so those standard spanners that come with the Royal Alloy toolkit are no good. That's your spark plug spanner. Could work, but again too big, so that's no good. Try this one. A little too big. I'm sure there must be a science to this. Too small. Try this one. Too small. Nearly that's kind of okay. All right. So I'm guessing these are going to go clockwise to undo. Yes. Okay, good. So we're going to get that first one loose there. And this would be easier with a ratchet set, but I don't think I've got one that fits that head. So I'm just going to do it manually. That's it, it's going there. First one out. So you can see that that's screwing in there. And then I've just got to get the other one out. And then that first peg can go on. So this one's maybe even a little more fiddly there. Just because you've got the kickstand in the way. And if I pull that down, it gives me a bit more room. There we go. So it's moving freely. See if I can get my fingers on there. That one's a lot freer, right? A lot easier. There we go. Right, so that's out. So this thing is going to attach. Let's work this out, okay? It's going to go that way and it's going to flick out. So I want it that way. Okay. So that's the wrong one. I want this one. So there's a left one and a right one, okay? Make sure you get the right one. So this is going to attach here. Okay, so it should be straightforward. Pop that on there, pop the bolts back in. Great, so that's going to go there. See how that just fits on there? Just slides into there. Try that again. There, okay. Now I'm trying to do this so that you can see what's going on. It would be easier if I had the head torch on my head, of course. But I'm doing this for you guys so you can see how these things fix. Get in, you bugger. I'm going to lie down on the floor so I can get an easier job and I can see what's going on. Sorry if you're not getting the best view, they've got my hand in the way. But you get the idea of what's happening. Push that in there. A little bit fiddly. Try the second one. I can see where it needs to go, it's just fiddly to get it in there. Okay. There's not much room under here. Now, is there an easier way? Probably. There we go, that one's in. Using my thumbs there. That one's in. I'm just going to reach under the bike. Oh, I can't reach. I have to come out, move around the bike, and get to the other side. Get that bolt that's just pinged off and shot across the floor. So you can see, guys, these are really easy to fix. A little bit fiddly, but I expected that. That one goes in. Tighten it up by hand, very, very straightforward. Okay. That's it, they're in. Now we're going to tighten them up back with the spanner. I'll tighten them back up with the spanner, should I say. Guys, I did say that these weren't how-to videos, it's just me. With all the mistakes that are going to happen when you do this kind of thing. So that one's going to go there. So we'll tighten that one up clockwise, okay? Clockwise to tighten. Very straightforward. Clockwise to tighten. There we go. Put an extra quarter of a turn on that. Stop any squeaks. And that is one foot peg fixed. Looking from underneath, of course, right? So underneath. That's how it works. That's hidden from view almost. Looks pretty smart, to be fair. I'm just going to flip the camera around. You will see from the top. So there you go. One foot peg done. Now I'll do the other side and we're good to go. Okay guys, so now I'm lay on the right hand side of the bike. Nothing is ever straightforward because you see this? The top two bolts there are where the foot peg on this side is going to attach. But down here underneath, which we didn't have on the other side, we've got this kind of electrical gubbins attached here, right, which is in the way. So if I put that bracket in, that foot peg, pillion peg, you can see what the problem is here, or hopefully you can, is that all of this gubbins here underneath the foot peg, which gives it its structure and its strength, is going to be in the way, right? So this thing is basically in the way of where support for the peg should go. So this just appears to be bolted on there. I'm not even sure what it is, right, but it's obviously electrical. It's doing something really important. So I'm wondering if I can unscrew these with an Allen key, take that off and position it actually inside the cross section of the bracket there. You see that? Maybe it'll just turn sideways and fit in there. So that's what I'm going to try and do, because I don't see any other way of doing it without starting to chop things, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to unscrew those bolts and see where we can reposition that around the peg. Okay, let's have a go. I'm going to try and flick the camera around again. I'll put the camera underneath so you guys can see what's happening. And yeah, here we are. So I need to get an Allen key. Bear with me one sec while I get an Allen key. A little bigger. Perfect. Job done. So we're going to go. And maybe we should undo that small size. We'll undo the small size with the ratchet set. Bear with me while I get the ratchet set. Okay, let's have a look. Let's tighten in. Can I flip that round? Yeah, so now the Allen key is turning. As I try and turn that, so I'm going to pop the Allen key back in there. Hold it still. That's it, now I've got opposing forces, there we go. Now I've loosened it and we're good. Okay, so all I'm doing here is taking off this electrical gubbins. You can see there we've got an Allen bolt with a hex bolt on the end there, like a locking nut. A locking nut, not a bolt. Right, we've got an Allen bolt, Allen head on that side, and we've got a little locking nut on that side. Okay, so I'm going to take the second one off. And I'm hoping this thing just slides in and it will sit in there and we can somehow fix it. But I don't know. And to be honest, I don't even know what it is and what it does. There we go. That's loosened. If anybody can enlighten me as to exactly what this is and what it does, then that would be useful. Okay, so I'm pulling that away there. Job's a good one. So what I'm saying is, will that slide into that? No, it won't. So Houston, we have a problem. Okay, I can pop that back on there, but then I'm not going to be able to fix that back on there. So this is tricky, guys. What are we going to do? What do we do? That's going to go on there. That leaves no room for that there at all. Dilemma. Unless we can fix it underneath somehow. Nope. Nope. Ah, maybe there. Nope. So guys, what is this? How do we reposition that to get this foot peg on? I've no idea. Back to the drawing board. Maybe this is unique to Royal Alloy. Remember, I bought Scomadi pegs, so that's where they should fit, up there. I've got a little problem here, right? Okay guys, so I'm going to try and show you the solution that I reached with this right hand side Scomadi foot peg on the Royal Alloy. Okay, you'll see here, we've got this plate. It's just like a steel plate with 4 holes in it. It's about 2 inches by about 3 inches that way, maybe a bit less. And it's got a couple of holes here and a couple of holes higher up. It's got like an oval hole there, and then it's got another one on the other side. So this plate is just like a mounting plate, and it was sat between 2 parts of the frame. Okay, so I undid the bolts, I slipped it down, and I've switched it to the other side. Right, I don't know whether you can see it, but I've actually mounted it on the other side of the bracket, and I've had to angle it down at this 45-degree angle. Now that means that it's only held in position with 1 bolt here, but it's really, really tight. It's not going anywhere, and it doesn't hang any lower than the lowest parts of the undercarriage, right? So it's probably not very orthodox to do it that way, but it's the only way I could make this Scomadi foot peg fit the Royal Alloy. Probably should have waited till the Royal Alloy ones were back in stock, and I'm sure that somebody's going to comment on this and say, you know, that's not right, you can't do that, but it's secure, it's fixed, it's not going anywhere, and it hangs no lower than the rest of the bike. And I'm not the kind of rider that, you know, leans to the side and scrapes the undercarriage with the knee down. So I think it's going to be fine, right? And on the back of that, I'm just going to try and get this here, you'll see that we've mounted the little electrical box here. It's like a little relay or a switch of some kind there. That was originally on this side of the bracket, okay? And that bracket was up between the two layers of the frame. So I've dropped that down, moved the electricals to the other side to allow room for the Scomadi foot peg, which is here, this bit here, and that folds in and out, okay? So the pegs now fit perfectly. They look great, they're secure, and maybe it's not the orthodox way of doing it, but it's the only way I could see to make it fit. So happy days, we're done. And not too many problems. It took a little bit of thinking about, and I'm sure it should have been easier than that, but like I say, maybe the mounting bracket for the Royal Alloy is slightly different than the Scomadi. That's all I can guess, that it's slightly different. But yeah, all good. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below whether you think I've done it right or wrong, or it's a bad idea. Let's exchange ideas and let's have some feedback. Cheers, gents and ladies. Cheers, guys.